people who have been important to me in my career. First, the man who integrated me into the East Fairmont family broadcasting, Mr. Nick Fantasia, longtime voice of the Bees, and also Sean McNamara, the voice of Sports Talk West Virginia, who assisted me all week long. He is the expert in high school athletics in our area, and he's also been on the air on our football games in the color analyst role. Well, that's enough of me. Is everybody ready to meet a new member of the East Fairmont family? For a new era in football. Before we do that, is it still on? Before we do that, I'm going to introduce you to another longtime friend, Mr. James Beckman, our school's athletic director.
Thanks, Bill. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out today to show your support. I'd like to acknowledge a few people in the room today. East Fairmont Principal, Dr. Marilyn Westfall. East Fairmont Assistant Principals, Debbie Conover and Gary Reinhardt. Marion County Superintendent, Andy Neptune. Principal David Newsom. I would also like to thank Coach Wesley Eddy for his time at East Fairmont and wish him the best in the future. Please know that East Fairmont Athletics appreciates the time you put into this program. It's an exciting day to introduce our new football coach in East Fairmont history. I do want to recognize wife Amber, children Abby, Logan, and Taylor, Mom Kathy, and Dad Tim. I want to thank Dr. Westfall for her help in the hiring process. We moved very swiftly and were able to take care of this in a timely manner. As we entered the interview process, it was very clear and evident that Shane was going to be the next East Fairmont football.
All right, Coach, what's it mean to be the new leader of the Bees?
That's an exciting time, I think. I appreciate, like I said, James Beckman, Dr. Westfall, and the community and the staff here to give me an opportunity to come back to my alma mater. So it's exciting, and hopefully we can get some kids interested in football here at East Fairmont.
Coach Beckman, what was the interview process like? How many people did you bring in? Where were you targeting candidates from? And when did you make the decision?
There was 8 applicants for this football position. We interviewed all 8, and like I said in my speech, that once Shane went through the interview process, it was that he was our man. It was a perfect fit for East Fairmont High School.
And what made that the case?
One, his strong faith in God, high character, his knowledge for football here at East Fairmont High School, and then he went on to Tucker County, continued his career down there, and I stayed in touch with Coach Eakle through my tenure in the athletic programs here at East Fairmont. We touched base and let him know that Coach Eddy resigned back in December and asked if there was any interest coming back, and we'll go from there.
Coach, you have a lot of experience with Eastside, obviously. How do you parlay that into restoring some of the pride and success that this program has seen in the past?
Well, one of the things is kind of taking what I've learned over the last 10 years at Tucker County, coaching with guys like Tom Gutschall and AJ Rapp give me an opportunity, and just kind of instilling work ethic with the kids so that they take pride in everything they do on and off the field. And if we can start to do that, hopefully we can start to see that on Friday nights.
What was your biggest takeaway from your time at Tucker, and what are you going to try to bring here to East Fairmont?
It's the fact that it's a family atmosphere, and that you work hard, and I think that's something that young men can use later on in life. So if we can build those, it's not only going to be successful in the classroom and on the football field, but later on for them, and we want to build that camaraderie with families so people that graduate want to come back and see the program do well.
What's your staff shaping up like so far, and when do you make those decisions of who's joining you?
We're going to be working on those, and I'm working closely with Dr. Westfall and Mr. Beckman here, and trying to get some quality people with us and knowledgeable people that are going to be the right fit for what we think we need to move forward here at East Fairmont.
Here at Eastside, you guys have had a lot of wrestling success, cross country, soccer. everything over the past, how do you take those athletes that are in East Fairmont that have had all this success and get them to come play football and do so well?
Well, and that's another thing, that we've learned. You have to share with kids when you only have so many in the building, and you want those kids to be excited about each other's program. So, the football team's got to be invested in basketball and wrestling and track and cross country, and hopefully those programs will be invested in the football program. And, success kind of leads into the other programs being successful.
How do you plan as a coach, after all the negative talk, not only within the program about East Fairmont football, but maybe outside of the program coming from the fans or the community at large? How do you really plan to start changing the attitude and the perception of East Fairmont football?
Well, it starts with us, right? And so ultimately it starts with me at the top, and then we've got to do the right thing with the coaching staff and get the kids to buy in and believe. And, I think that our product will speak for itself, hopefully, when we get out there on Friday nights, that we're competitive and, the kids are going hard. And I think people can respect that. They get excited when kids are playing hard. And that's really what we're looking to do at East Fairmont. And I think if we do the right things off the field and in the off season, it'll translate to what we want to see on the field.
You have some experience with the middle schools around this area. How much do you use those relationships to build camaraderie, continuity from the younger grades all the way up, so by the time they get here, they're ready to be Bees as soon as they step on campus?
Well, that's absolutely important, because that's our feeder, right? So a lot of these kids, on how our student athletes interact, is they're the stars, they're the professionals in the sport, because these kids don't get a chance to go maybe watch the Steelers or the Bengals, but they come on Friday night to East West Stadium and watch our kids. So we want our kids to have a rapport with the young kids, because they want to step into those roles and actually get to be those people, down the road. So that's a huge task for us to kind of merge the two programs together.
You took the Tucker job about 10 years ago. Is this a job that you always kind of had your eye on, that one day you would want to come back to?
It has went in cycles. I'm not gonna lie. When I left Fairmont, definitely would have liked to have been here. And I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 or 3 years, I never dreamed I'd come back, to be honest with you. And it's been a learning experience there. And I've been very blessed to be able to be the defensive coordinator for the last 7 years there at Tucker. And we've had some successes, and I've had great other assistant coaches, AJ Rapp, head coach, and players worked hard, and we've been very fortunate to make the playoffs 5 of the 7 years I helped them out. So that's something that we would like to eventually have here at East Fairmont.
Obviously, a lot of factors go into that cycle of why, some days you're looking at this position, some days you weren't. Can you talk about some of those factors?
Tucker became home. That was really the thing, and I had accepted what we were doing there, and it was a great community, and Fairmont's my original home. So when this opportunity came up, and Dr. Westfall and Mr. Becklin did a great job of putting some things together, and we went through the interview process. They assured me that they were committed to seeing the success of their student athletes, not just in football but in other programs, and it's an exciting time. So I'm glad to be on board.
This is a team that over the last few years has kind of struggled to put the ball in the end zone and score points. You're a defensive guy, but what do you see on the offensive end schematically of what you're going to do to kind of turn around some of those scores?
We're gonna take a look and see what personnel we have and how we match up and things like that. But from Tucker over the last 10 years, they've been more of a spread, so I'm familiar with that. So that may be a little bit of a change for us. But I'm not one of those guys that we're going to be hardcore to what we do. We have to look and see what personnel we have and what things we can match up, and we'll stay true to our identity, but we'll make adjustments to try to help fit our personnel and make our kids successful.
Back in 2009, you said that your motto for the team was "Winning isn't everything, but striving to win is." And you said you took it from Grafton's Rodaville. Is that still your motto, and is that still something that you're going to apply to this team?
Absolutely, and I think that motto over the years, I've kind of morphed that into one of the things we tell our kids is we play with pride and we earn respect. And if we do that every time we're in the weight room, we do that every time we're in the community helping, we do that every time we're in the classroom, on the football field, we're going to be successful. It's not always ended up with a win or a loss, but we're going to be successful more times than not. And that was something that we were able to see in Tucker County this year, and take a group of young men into the postseason that had struggled the last 2 or 3 years, and that's what we want here at East Fairmont. We want them working hard, because that work ethic is going to pay off for them long term.
What's the reception been like, I guess, since Monday when it was kind of officially announced?
Overwhelming, but it's a good thing, and I really appreciate it. I can't thank the community and the staff here at East Fairmont, and I'm going to get a chance to talk to the kids, so I'm excited about that for the first time. But the support so far is overwhelming, so I really appreciate that.
Do you have any?